Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeport Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action all summer long tonight. The Winchester Royals play host to the Stanton Braves. Second consecutive game for the Royals against the Southern Division. The only time Stanton makes a trip here this summer. These Stanton Braves come in and they are getting it done offensively. They are 3-0 on the season. The last two games, they have scored 28 runs and 35 total in three games. So this team averaging over 10 runs a game. They are tied for first place in the Southern Division with Harrisonburg, a team that just beat Winchester 6-0 on Sunday. The Royals come in 1-1. Stanton and three other teams are the only four teams in the league. They've gotten all three games in. The Royals and half the league were rained out opening night, so they are a game behind. But the Royals 1-0 after a 10-run run rule victory opening night here Saturday. They lost on Sunday at Harrisonburg 6-0. Starting lineup tonight for the Stanton Braves, leading it off the catcher from Longwood University, Michael try that again, Urbaniak. Jackson Ingram, the shortstop from West Virginia, will bat second. Wyatt Pfeiffer, third baseman from James Madison, will bat third. Cleanup hitter, Wyatt Campbell, first baseman from Florida Southern, will bat or plays first, bats fourth. Aaron Johnson, the designated hitter from the University of South Carolina, Columbia, bats fifth. Drew Beard, right fielder from James Madison, will bat sixth. Ryan Price, left fielder from St. Joseph's, bats seventh. Hartley Rahman, the second baseman from James Madison, bats eighth. And Matt McGovern, the center fielder from Radford, will bat ninth. On the mound for the Stanton Braves, Peyton Jackson, the right-hander from Marshall, makes his first start and first appearance for the Stanton Braves. Again, the Braves 3-0, taking on the Winchester Royals 1-1 from Bridgeport Field. Mark Sawyer with the call of tonight's game, getting ready to kick it all off. We're going to step aside momentarily as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Then we'll take a look at the starting lineups for the Royals and get going here from Bridgeport Field. Another beautiful night for baseball. The Royals and the Braves from Winchester, Virginia, and Bridgeport Field. Having a little dedication before tonight's national anthem. I apologize. I do not know what it is or who it is for. But before we get going, a little dedication before the game. Now we're ready to kick it off. The national anthem honoring America from Bridgeport Field. Another beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I apologize, I cannot give you the singer's name. I do not have that information. But game 2 from Bridgeforth Field, Royals and the Stanton Braves as we get ready to go. On the mound for the Winchester Royals tonight, right-hander from Shepherd College, Riley Morgan. Obviously, he making his first appearance for the Royals. Left-hander from Shepherd. And of course, I've already got that wrong, as I wrote down right-hander on my So we'll start over with the pitcher. Left-hander Riley Morgan from Shepherd College making his first start. Defensively for the Royals, behind him out in the outfield, left to right, Bodie Poland, Jamie Padilla, Connor Guy. Around the infield, third to first, Ryan Frontera, Ty Frito, AJ Labaracino, and Nick Avagano. Justin Riaz behind the plate, Riley Morgan on the mound for the Royals as we get ready to go here. Game number 3 for the Royals. Game 4 for the Stanton Braves. Royals on the road for the next couple of nights. After this game, they will be at Newmarket tomorrow night, at Waynesboro on Thursday. The Stanton Braves, they return home tomorrow night to take on the Covington Lumberjacks. Both those games will start at 7:30. Michael Urbaniak, the catcher, will lead it off. Urbaniak on the season, a .667 hitter. That's pretty good. I don't care who you're playing for, but just playing in one game, he's 2 for 3 in the first pitch. He'll smoke in the right field for a base hit. So Urbaniak has got the Braves off and running here in the first. And again, this Stanton team are putting up runs at a premium. 10 runs a game. They've scored 28 in the last 2. Jackson Ingram, the shortstop from West Virginia, stands in. Ingram has played in all 3 games for the Braves. He's 2 for 11, a .182 hitter. 1 home run, 5 RBIs, and he'll chop this one foul down the third base line. 0-1 the count on the Stanton shortstop. Runner at first, nobody out, just underway. The 0-1 slider will miss inside. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Royals on the road until they return home against Front Royal on Friday. The 1-1. That'll miss inside. 2-1. Royals Sunday at Harrisonburg gave up 4 runs in the first, and that was pretty much the ball game as Harrisonburg went on to win it 6-0. Winchester could get nothing going offensively. Fastball catches the outside corner. 2-2 the count. Just underway here at Bridgeforth. Nobody out. Top of the first. The 2-2 to Ingram. Strike 3 called. He took a fastball. Urbaniak looked like he wanted to take off for second, but looked like he couldn't get a good read on the move. And so he was headed back to the bag on the pitch, and that'll bring up Wyatt Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, the third baseman from James Madison. He's played in all 3 games for the Braves. Hit .357, and Urbaniak will go on that one, and the throw to second hits Morgan in the back. So a great jump for Urbanic. And he'll steal second easily. And we'll see if they're going to go check on Morgan as the throw to second base hit him right between the 1 and the 6. Pfeiffer, again, a .357 hitter, 5 for 14. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. The 0-1 fouled into the screen. 0-2. In 3 games, this Stanton Braves team has hit 8 home runs already, which is 8 more than the Royals have hit. They are hitting .302 as a team, and they have stolen 11 out of 12 bases, 12 out of 13 now. So offensively, they are in mid-season form. That ball ripped down the third base side, but foul. Nothing in 2. The count holds. 1 out, runner at second. The number 3 hitter in the Braves lineup, third baseman Wyatt Pfeiffer, trying to get the Braves on the board here in the first. Check of the runner at second. Morgan's 0-2. Misses down and away. 1-2 the count. This Stanton team, in case you are not a Braves fan or have not been following around, won their opening game on a walk-off stolen base in the bottom of the 9th opening night to win 7-6. Fouled out of play. 1-2 the count holds. They had the bases loaded with 1 out, and after a pitch, the throw back to the pitcher, the runner from third just kind of eased his way down the line and came in to steal home to win the ball game for Stanton. And since then, they have not been challenged. The 1-2 check swing, did he go? They are. Ruiz wants to ask, but the home plate umpire will not. So we'll say it's 2-2. But after they won that one, they scored 18 and 10 in their next 2 games. Line towards center field. PD is on his horse. He's not going to get there. That's going to go all the way to the fence and bounce over for a ground rule double. So the Braves are off and running here in the first inning as Pfeiffer hits it hard to the right field alley and it bounces over the fence. So that'll score a run, give him a hit and an RBI, and it's already 1-0 as the 4th hitter comes to the plate for Stanton, Wyatt Campbell. Campbell, the first baseman from Florida Southern College. Campbell, he'll ground this one into right field for a base hit. Looks like Campbell, and as the runner comes in from home, the Royals throw it away, allowing Campbell to move up. So it'll probably be a base hit, RBI for Campbell, and he'll move up on the throwing error by Guy. And before I could even tell you anything about Wyatt Campbell, he has made it 2-0, and the Braves have that offense in high gear already. Aaron Jamison, the designated hitter from the University of South Carolina, Columbia, left-handed hitter, and he'll line this one to center field. Padilla will be there to make the catch, tagging up at second and going to third will be Wyatt Campbell. And the Braves, they don't give you any chance to tell you anything about them as they go up there swinging. So let's try to hurry up and get Drew Beard in. Beard, the right fielder from James Madison. Beard, no batting average. He's played in 1 game. He's 0 for 4 as a Stanton Brave, and he has a chance to make it 3-0 with a runner at third and 2 outs. And he's not going to have to, as that'll get away from Ruiz and go all the way to the backstop. Probably going to be scored a pass ball, as I think it kicked off his glove. We'll double check that for sure. Pass ball is the call. And just like that, it's 3-0 Stanton in the early going here in the first. So Beard will now hit 1-0 the count, nobody on, 2 outs. Morgan's won the 1-0 off the plate for a ball, 2-0. So Sunday at Harrisonburg, the Royals give up 4 in the first. Tonight, they've given up 3 so far. And already a hole to work themselves out of. The 2-0 off the plate for a ball, 3-0. Urbaniak, a ground ball through the right side for a base hit, and then Pfeiffer launched one that one hopped out of the ballpark. And a base hit by Campbell. And a 4-pitch walk now to Beard. So the Braves not done yet here in the first. I bring up Ryan Price. Price, the left fielder from St. Joseph University. He is playing in just his second game for the Braves. No batting average. He's 0 for 2 on the young season. He does have 2 walks. And before Price sees pitch number 2, Ruiz is going to go out and have a talk with Morgan. 1-0 the count. There are 2 outs here in the first. The Braves lead it 3-0. The 1-0 fouled out of play. The count evens up 1-1. We will, time permits, give you scores from Sunday's games and give you tonight's Valley League lineup. But the Braves aren't giving you a chance to do that. They go to the plate hacking. They see a pitch they like and they take a whale at it. And so far it's worked out pretty well for them. 3 runs on 3 hits. Morgan will come set, the 1-1. Fouled into the screen, 1-2. So a rough opening night for Riley Morgan so far. Trying to limit the damage to just 3 runs here in the first. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Price down on strikes, and that'll end the first. But a very good one for the Braves here to get things going. They score 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Winchester error, and they leave 1 on base. Your score after a half an inning, Stanton 3, Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the first. The Royals down 3-0 before a lot of people can even get to their seats. Peyton Jackson, the starter for the Stanton Braves, a right-hander from Marshall University, making his first appearance for the Braves. Defensively behind him, out in the outfield, left to right, Ryan Price, Matt McGovern, Drew Beard. Around the infield, third to first, Wyatt Pfeiffer, Jackson Ingram, Hartley Rahman, and Wyatt Campbell. Behind the plate, Michael Urbaniak, and again, Peyton Jackson on the mound for Stanton. Quickly, while we have a minute, let's take a look at the scores from Sunday. Sunday scores, in case you missed them, Woodstock beat Charlottesville 8-7. It was Harrisonburg 6, Winchester nothing. Stanton 18-7 over Strasburg. Purcellville beat Culpeper 13-2. Front Royal 10-2 over Covington. And Waynesboro knocked off Newmarket 13-5. First pitch to Padilla in there for a strike. Jamie Padilla, the center fielder from Shenandoah, named to two different All-American teams following the Hornets season. That's in the dirt for a ball. 1-1. He's a D3.com fifth team All-American and a ABCA Rawlings fourth team All-American. The 1-1 to Padilla. Inside for a ball. 2-1. Padilla, he has played 2 games for the Royals, hitting .500, 5 for 10. No home runs, 2 RBIs. He had the 2-run single to walk off Newmarket here opening night, the 2-1. That'll catch the inside corner, 2-2. Again, the Royals in 2 games have no home runs. They do have 1 triple, and that went to Padilla opening night here. The 2-2 tap foul toward the Royals dugout. The count holds at 2-2. Padilla, Connor Guy, Nick Rubendahl for the Royals here in the first. The 2-2 to Padilla. Misses inside. Count runs full, 3-2. Jackson got a nice live fastball. He's run the count full here to the Royals leadoff hitter in the bottom of the first. The 3-2 popped it up. Should be easy for somebody. Pfeiffer coming in from third, calling it, and will throw 2 hands up and make the catch to retire Padilla, and that's how the Royals first will start. I'll bring up Connor Guy, the right fielder from St. John's River State College. Guy has played in both games for the Royals, a .400 hitter, 2 for 5. No home runs, no RBIs. He has walked 4 times in the first 2 games. Left-handed hitting guy. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So the Royals down 3 in the early going here. Some work to do to get back into it. The 1-0 downstairs, and that'll bounce away from the catcher. County are 2-2, or 2-0 rather, the count. Royals do have 1 home run on the season, but it was in the scrimmage game before the season, so it doesn't count for anything. The 2-0 fouled into the screen, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 1 out, bottom of the first, 3-0 Stanton. Jackson comes set, the 2-1. Grounded sharply to short. Up with it is Ingram. He will set his feet, fire across in time to retire Connor Guy, and there are 2 outs here in the Royals first. Nick Rubendahl, the designated hitter from Shepherd, will be the hitter, hitting third for the Royals. Rubendahl, a .429 hitter through 2 games. has played in both Royals games, a 3 for 7 with 2 doubles, no home runs, 3 RBIs. He's also walked twice. The Royals, in comparison to Stanton, first pitch off the plate for a ball 1-0. And again, the Royals have played one less game, but they have only stolen 4 bases, 4 for 4 in the stolen base department, where the Braves are now 12 for 13. The 1-0. That'll catch the outside corner. County evens up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. That'll miss downstairs, 2-1 the count. Nick Avignano waits on deck, the first baseman from Richard Stockton. I must have got interrupted while I was writing down his school, because I wrote down Richard Stockton and that was it. And I think that's only about half the name. So let me correct that, as Rubendahl tries to get the Royals going here with 2 outs in the first. Tap down the third base line, but it'll be foul. It is Richard Stockton College of New Jersey. I knew there was more to it. I don't know why I didn't write it all. We got that fixed, so everybody knows where Nick goes to school. The 2-2 to Rubendahl. That'll hit him right in the front arm, I think, got him. That's one of those that it stings a little bit now, but it's going to swell up and it's going to hurt like the dickens later. The Royals have their first base runner. So that'll bring up Nick Avignano, the first baseman from Richard Stockton College. He hit the home run in the scrimmage game for the Royals against Martinsburg. Nick is hitting .500 for the Royals. He's only played in one game, 2 for 4. He scored 3 runs. He's walked once. First pitch fouled out of play, 0-1 the count. Jackson comes set. He'll check the runner at first. The 0-1. Tap foul at the plate, 0-2. I say, what's Burt going to complain about? We didn't have anybody on the bases. I should have asked him last night. We go to the second. Royals down 3, 8-9-1 to hit for the Braves here in the second. Rahman, McGovern, and back to the top of the order for Stanton. Rahman, the second baseman from James Madison for the Braves. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Rahman does not have a batting average, played in one game. He's 0 for 3. He has scored a run. He's also walked and does have a stolen base for Stanton, and now he's ahead in the count 2-0 as that one misses downstairs. Matt McGovern, who waits on deck, hitting in the 9-hole for Stanton. Swung on and missed, 2-1, leads the Braves with 3 stolen bases in the early going. Again, apparently Stanton gets on base and they're taking off. It doesn't matter who it is. I mean, they lead off their catcher. That should tell you something right there. The 2-1, swung on and missed, 2-2. Good off-speed pitch there. He pulled the string on him. Out in front of it was Rahman. Count evens up now, 2-2. The wind, the 2-2. Foul down the third base side. The count will hold 2-2. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Royals. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. He chased one out of the zone. It'll go as the third strikeout for Morgan. First out here in the second inning. I'll bring up Matt McGovern. McGovern, the center fielder from Radford, again has 3 stolen bases to lead the team. He also leads the team with a .667 batting average. He's only played in one game. He's 2 for 3. He's scored 3 runs, an RBI, a walk, and 3 stolen bases from the number 9 hole. Grounded up the middle, fielded by Frito. He'll throw on to first. Good speed down the line. But Frito able to throw him out. 6-3 for out number 2, and quickly 2 outs here in the Braves' second. Brings up Urbanic. First pitch to Urbanic. He singled, stole a base, and scored the first run of the game. He's behind in the count now, 0-1. The 0-1. Foul tipped at the plate, 0-2. The 0-2, a fat 0-2 fastball that gets smoked into left field for a base hit. A fastball that he wants nowhere near where it was, 0-2, and he pays for it as Urbanic picks up his second hit of the game, a base hit to left, and I'll bring up Jackson Ingram. Ingram 0 for 2 or 0 for 1. He's struck out his only at bat as we play here in the top half of the second. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Ball, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. Braves trying to add to a 3-0 lead. The 1-0. That's a line toward right center field. Padilla's on his horse and ranging over to make the catch in right center is Connor Guy. I was watching Padilla, and I knew he wasn't going to get there, but Guy shows up out of nowhere to make the catch to retire the side for the Braves here in the second. No runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. Your score after an inning and a half, Stanton 3, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the second. The Royals down 3-0. 5, 6, 7 hit for the Royals. Ruiz, Fredo, and AJ will get us going. First pitch to Justin Ruiz, the catcher from High Point University, in there for a strike. Ruiz, a 500 hitter on the young season. He's played in one game. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. And this one launched toward left field, going back, and that's going to be off the fence. Just missed getting it out of here. The Royals are going to have their first base hit of the game, and a nice job by the Stanton left fielder, Ryan Price, to get there, cut it off, and get it back to the infield. Ruiz was looking double all the way, but once he saw Price get to it and get it back in, he slammed on the brakes and went back to first. So what looked like an easy double off the bat turns into a long single for the Royals. And again, Ruiz didn't miss getting it out of here by much. It short hopped the fence and left. I bring up Ty Fredo. Fredo, the shortstop from Mount St. Mary's University, hitting 143. He's played both games, 1 for 7. He has scored 2 runs, does have an RBI. His RBI came on a sacrifice fly, and he's ahead in the count here, 1-0. Jackson has his sign. He'll check the runner at first, the 1-0. Check swing. He went too far. I think they called it on the swing and not on the pitch. 1-1 the count. Like I said earlier, the Royals have 4 stolen bases. Ruiz does not have one of them. The 1-1 in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. Nice job by Urbanic to knock it down and keep the runner at first. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. We're in the bottom half of the second. Stanton holding on to a 3-0 lead. Check of the runner. The 2-1. Grounded towards short, could be 2. Up with it. Ingram on to second for 1. On to first. It is a double play. 6-4-3 around the horn. And the Braves erase the leadoff runner here in the second. Ingram to Rahman to Campbell to erase Ruiz and take out Fredo. And that'll bring up AJ Labracino, hitting 250 on the game. He's only played in one game, 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. First pitch off the plate for ball, 1-0. So the Royals get a leadoff hit. He raced on a double play. They have 2 outs now with nobody on. The 1-0. That'll miss outside, 2-0. Again, the Royals on the road at Newmarket tomorrow night, 7:30 start. The Rebels were here for opening night Saturday. The Royals won that one 14-4 in 8 innings. The 2-0 in there for a strike, 2-1. So of the 6 times the Royals and the Braves, or I'm sorry, the Royals and the Newmarket Rebels play, they play twice in the first 4 days of the season. That slider misses downstairs, 3-1 the count. Three balls and a strike, 2 outs. And that'll miss downstairs. So the Royals will get a 2-out base runner via the walk. Third base runner for the Royals, 2 of them by free passes. Frontera will be the hitter. Ryan Frontera, the third baseman from Seton Hall. Frontera hitting .500 on the season. Played in just one game. He's 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. He takes a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Jackson comes set, the 0-1. That'll miss downstairs. County evens up at a ball and a strike. Royals continue their stretch of Southern Division opponents as they head to Waynesboro on Thursday, the only time they head to Waynesboro this season, before returning home on Friday. Slider misses outside, 2-1. In case you are unfamiliar with the schedule this year, of course, the Northern Division and Southern Division did not play each other last year, but this year each Northern Division team plays each Southern Division team twice, once in each ballpark. The 2-1 fouled off at the plate. County evens up 2-2. So this will be the only time we see the Braves this year, unless these two teams are fortunate enough to meet in the Valley Baseball League Championship. But there is a long way to go, and a lot of things need to happen before we even start talking about that. 2-2 the count to Frontera. Big deep breath, the 2-2. Strike three called on the outside corner. Ryan thought it was outside, but he is down on strikes. For the Royals in the second, no runs a hit, no errors, a runner left. Your score after two complete, Stanton 3, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Valley Baseball League, and you're listening to the Royals and Valley Baseball League action. We go to the third. Royals down 3-0 to the visiting Stanton Braves here at Bridgeforth Field. 3-4-5 did for the Royals, or for the Braves in the third. Pfeiffer, Campbell, and Jamison. Pfeiffer hit the ground rule double in the first to get the Braves on the board. He's 1 for 1 with a RBI and a run scored. Pfeiffer plays it. James Madison. First pitch misses way inside and hit him in the foot. So Pfeiffer will take the first pitch off his right foot and head down to first base. I understand that the Millbrook High School softball team is here in attendance tonight. The Pioneers pulled the big upset last night in the Region 4D quarterfinals, knocking off top seed Sharando. So the Pioneers advance, play tomorrow night at James Wood. Should they win tomorrow night, they will play in next week's state tournament. Of course, the winner of tomorrow night's game plays in the tournament, so it'll either be James Wood or Millbrook off the plate for ball 1-0. Wyatt Campbell singled, moved to second on an error. He also scored. He's driven in a run, 1 for 1 with a run scored in an RBI. Braves got it going again here in the third. They 1-0. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Check of the runner first, the 2-0, and that'll miss way outside, 3-0. So a leadoff single, he's gone 3-0 to the second hitter in the inning. Starting to dig himself another hole here in the third. The 3-0 in there for a strike, 3-1. Campbell's played all three games for the Braves, a .333 hitter, 4 for 12. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He's walked 4 times, and he'll lift this one toward right field where Guy will make the catch. He will try to double up the runner at first, but back in time is Pfeiffer, so Campbell flies out to right for the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Aaron Jamison. Jamison, the designated hitter from the University of South Carolina, Columbia. Played in 2 of the 3 games for the Braves, a .286 hitter, 2 for 7. He has scored 5 runs, 1 double, 1 RBI, no home runs. He's walked 3 times, runner off with the pitch. He fouled out of play. 0-1 the count on Jamison. Pfeiffer was going. Pfeiffer has 2 stolen bases. He's 2 for 2 on the year. Left-handed hitting Aaron Jamison trying to move him around. The 0-1 misses outside. Count even 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Top of the 3rd. Morgan comes set. The 1-1 throw to first. Back in time is Pfeiffer. Checking the run to the 1-1. He's off with the pitch. Throw to second. It's going to be. They called him out. Pfeiffer doesn't argue it, but he is thrown out 2-6 on the stolen base attempt. Strike on the play. 1-2 the count, and Pfeiffer is out. First time he's been thrown out this year. Just the second time the Braves have been caught stealing, and that's throw by Ruiz to cut down Pfeiffer. And there will be 2 outs now with nobody on for Jamison, and he'll pop it up. Should be easy for Frontera over at third. So after the leadoff hitter was hit by a pitch, he's thrown out stealing. The Royals retire the other 2 hitters, and for the Braves here in the 3rd, nothing doing. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Your score after 2.5. Stanton 3, Winchester nothing. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom 3rd. Royals down 3-0. 9-1-2 for the Royals. Bodie Poland, the right fielder from Shepherd, also played his baseball at James Wood High School. First pitch off the plate for a ball. 1-0. They asked down the line for that one. They didn't ask when the Royals wanted him to. Poland, a 400 hitters, played just the opening game here on Saturday night. 2 for 5. He scored 2 runs. He does have one of the Royals' 4 stolen bases. Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Ball to strike, nobody out, bottom of 3rd. Royals need to find some offense here. A 1-1 fisted toward first base should be easy for Campbell, and he will make the catch in foul territory for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order for the Royals, Jamie Padilla. Padilla popped to third. His first time up, he's 0 for 1. Slider in there for a strike. Padilla plays for Kevin Anderson at Shenandoah University. Plays his home games right here. Very familiar with the ballpark. The 0-1 to Padilla. Slider in there for a strike. Nothing in 2. Quickly 0-2, and the umpires that paid to get in behind the plate were not happy with that call. Jackson comes set. His 0-2. That'll miss high and away. 1-2 the count. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Royals have had a couple base runners, but done nothing with them so far. The 1-2. That's grounded up the middle into center field for a base hit. And there's another example of a bad pitch, 1-2, as he got too much of the plate, and Padilla made him pay for it as he lines the second hit of the game for the Royals into center field. And Padilla will be at first with 1 out for Connor Guy. Guy grounded to short his first time. Padilla good speed at first. Let's see what the Royals do with 1 out here in the third, down by 3. Jackson will come set. He'll check the runner. Throw to first. Back in time is Padilla. Check of the runner. The first pitch to Guy. Will miss outside. 1-0. As my old high school baseball coach would say about a situation here, nothing wrong here that a couple base hits won't take care of. The 1-0. That'll miss down and away. 2-0. Guy again, one of the hotter hitters coming into the game for the Royals in the early going. 2-0 will not be made as he'll chase Padilla back to first. Count remains 2-0 to Guy. Check of the runner. Padilla inching off. Grounded toward second. Could be another double play. 4-6 to 3 at first, and the Royals have hit into their second double play of the game. This one goes Rahman to Ingram to Campbell to end the inning for the Royals. No runs a hit, no errors, nobody left. Your score after 3 complete. Stanton 3, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia. Mark Sawyer on the call game tonight between the Braves and the Royals. We go to the fourth. Stanton leads it 4-0. 6, 7, 8 to hit for the Braves here in the fourth. First pitch to Drew Beard downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Beard walked in the first. Was stranded at first. The 1-0 off the plate for ball, 2-0. Morgan will come set. The 2-0 will miss outside. The count runs 3-0 now. We got the hula hoops out. We're going to have a little hula hoop contest between innings. The 3-0. That'll catch the outside corner, 3-1. Beard, Price, and Rahman to hit here in the Braves' fourth. The 3-1. And that'll miss downstairs, ball 4, so Beard has walked for the second time tonight. And once again, the Braves have their leadoff hitter on. They've had their leadoff hitter on 3 of the 4 innings here this evening, and 2 of those have been by free pass. Ryan Price, the hitter, he struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pickoff play to first, high throw that Avignano was able to corral and keep from being a disaster, as that could have put a runner at second, if not third. First pitch, he's off at the pitch. The throw down to second, good throw, but good speed from Beard, and he is safely in there. Ruiz did everything he could. He one-hopped the throw right on the bag, but Beard slides in safely underneath it. Second stolen base for the Braves here tonight. Their 13th of the year. They're 2 for 3 tonight. The 1-0 to Price. That'll miss down and in, 2-0. So if the Southern Division teams need a scouting report on Stanton, they get guys on, they're going. It doesn't appear to matter which one it is. They're all going. The 2-0. That's in there for a strike, 3-0. Or I'm sorry, 2-1. I would say that after 3 games, 11 stolen bases probably leads the league, and probably by a good wide margin. The 2-1, that'll miss down and in, 3-1. Three balls and a strike, nobody out. Braves tried to add to a 3-0 lead here in the fourth. And that'll miss outside. He's walked the first 2 hitters of the inning. The Royals, just like Saturday where they gave up 4 in the first and couldn't come back, they have given up 3 here in the first tonight and have not given up anything since, but have not been able to get anything going offensively either. Stanton has a left-hander warming up in the bullpen. I don't know if that means that Jackson's night is finished. He's only gone 3 innings, but it is early in the going. We'll make that assessment as we get further into it. Right now, the Royals in a two-runner no-out situation for Hartley Rahman, and we'll see if he's going to bunt to try to move the runners up. He is indeed going to bunt, and he'll bunt it foul. So the Braves trying to get a couple runners into scoring position with the number 8 hitter. He struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that'll bring the Royals corners in on the grass. He'll play halfway double play depth up the middle, and he'll still square around the bunt. He'll take a slider in there for a strike. He didn't like the call, but it's 0-2. So we'll see what the Braves do here. 0-2 now with runners on first and second and nobody out. They were trying to bunt. We'll see if the bunt is still on. Check of the runners, the 0-2. It is not, and he'll swing and miss. So a big strikeout for Riley Morgan there, as Radman could not get the bunt down, and then strikes out and to bring up Matt McGovern. McGovern grounded out to short his first time up, and the Royals would really love to see him do that again and see if they can't turn over a double play. They've been the victim of 2 double plays on the other side of the diamond. First pitch to McGovern. Misses down and away, 1-0. Ball, no strikes, 1 out. The corner infield for the Royals back on the edge of the green grass now. For the 1-0, he'll spin and fake throw to second. I say the green grass because there is no grass, there is no dirt here at Bridgeforth. It's all turf. Just a matter of whether it's the brown turf or the green turf. A 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. McGovern then back to the top of the order for the Royals. Urbanic has been a thorn in the Royals' side. The Braves have 4 hits tonight. They've all come from their first 4 hitters. The 1-1. Tap foul at the plate, 1-2. Harrisonburg off to another good start. They're up 5-2 over Covington in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He chased one out of the zone, and after 2 walks to start the inning, Morgan has rebounded to strike out the next 2, and now a chance to get out of it with no damage done, but is going to have to do it against their leadoff hitter, Michael Urbanic, who is 2 for 2 with a stolen base and a run scored. Left-handed hitting catcher. Couple checks of the runners. The first pitch, downstairs for a ball, 1-0. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Royals. Top of the 4th, Stanton trying to add to a 3-0 lead. The 1-0, downstairs 2-0. Morgan sets the 2-0. Borderline pitch on the outside corner, and Morgan gets the benefit of the doubt on a slider to run the count 2-1. Morgan sets the check, the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Good hard slider there to even up the count, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled out of play. The count holds at 2-2. That was another borderline pitch on the outside part of the plate, but after getting the last one called, he decided not to take a chance, and he fouled it out of play. The 2-2. Strike 3 called. He thought it was outside, but he's down on strike. So Riley Morgan rebounds nicely after walking the first 2 hitters in the inning. He strikes out the next 3 for the Braves. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2 on base. Your score after 3.5 remains Stanton 3, Winchester nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Mark Sawyer for tonight's call with the Braves and the Royals. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Braves have made a pitching change. Now on to pitch for the Braves from Wharton County Junior College, Trey Rex. Rex, the big, tall lefty, comes on for the Braves, making his first appearance for Stanton. Does not have a record as of yet. And Jackson cannot win it as he did not go the needed 5 innings. Jackson goes 3. Jackson goes 3, allows no runs, 2 hits. First pitch will hit the Royals hitter, so Nick Rubendahl has been hit for the second time tonight. So in an odd way, he's 2 for 2, but it doesn't count that way in the stats. I bring up Aviano, the Royals first baseman, struck out his first time up 0 for 1. Royals have their leadoff hitter on for the second time in 4 innings. First pitch is high and going to get away from the catcher. That's going to be a tough one to call. Urbanic got the glove on it. Could very well go as a pass ball, but it was nowhere near where he called for the pitch. So it could be a wild pitch as well. We'll let the important people make that call. That will go as a wild pitch, and I would agree with that. Even as a pitcher, I agree with that. So the Royals have a runner in scoring position for the first time tonight. And that'll be inside. So Rex has come on to pitch, and he's been nowhere near the zone in his first 3 pitches. He's hit a batter and almost hit Aviano twice. So the 2-0 to the Royals cleanup hitter, swung on and missed, had a home run hat, came up empty. Try to throw together Jackson's numbers for you. The 2-1. That'll catch the inside corner. Nick did not agree, but the count evens up 2-2. So close the book on Peyton Jackson. He cannot win it. The 2-2 to Aviano. Downstairs for a ball, 3-2. Jackson goes 3 innings, no runs. He allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He did hit a batter, and again will not figure into tonight's decision. Payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2. Out of town scores. Front Royal leads Newmarket. They're in the third, 2-1. Strasburg all over Purcellville. It's 7-0 in the third. Charlottesville, Waynesboro 2-2 in the third. The 3-2 fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Woodstock leads Culpeper 3-0. Harrisonburg still leads Covington 5-3. And again, Stanton leads the Royals here 3-0. Urbanic wants to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher with the runner on third. Or I'm sorry, with the runner on second. Three balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Royals trying to get on the board here in the fourth. They're down 3-0. Payoff pitch. Popped it up, and that's going to be out of play. We'll do it again. Third consecutive foul ball for the Royals first baseman. Avignano having a nice at-bat here, trying to, at the very least, move the runner to third with less than 2 outs, but trying to drive him in here. And he will do neither, as the pitch will miss outside, and he'll draw a walk. So a couple of free passes to get the Royals going here in the fourth. A hit batter, then a walk. That'll bring up Ruiz. Ruiz has one of the 2 Royals hits. Single to lead off the second, but was erased on a double play. The Royals have hit 2 double plays here tonight. 2 double plays in 3 innings. First pitch to Ruiz. Swung on and missed. Looked like he tried to hold up, but too late as he swings through a fastball on the outside part. The 0-1. Fouled out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Royals, a golden opportunity to get on the board here in the fourth. Comes Sets to check of the runners, and they called a ball comes rolling in from the Stanton Braves bullpen. They got another left-hander warming up, and somehow the ball got out of the bullpen and rolled behind the plate. I thought they were calling a balk on the pitcher, but it was not. They're just calling time because the ball came into play. So the count still remains 0-2 with nobody out. Check of the runners, the 0-2 pitch. That'll miss down and in, and didn't come far from hitting Ruiz. Ruiz on the young season has 1 RBI, looking to add to that number here. The 1-2 off the plate, ball 2, 2-2. Rubendal at second, Avignano at first. Pair of Nicks on the bases. One was hit, one was walked. Waiting to see what Ruiz does here with a 2-2 pitch. That'll miss down and in, 3-2. Good count to run on, but the Royals don't necessarily have great speed on the base paths, and down 3 runs, you probably don't want to do something to run yourself out of the inning here. The set, the 3-2. That ball's launched toward left field, going back on it is Price, and he will not be able to catch it. It bounces just inside the left field foul line. The runners had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught. So it's going to be just a single. Off the bat, it looked like it might have had a chance to get out of here, but it drops just inside the foul line. And the Royals will have them loaded now with nobody out, and that'll bring a visit from the Stanton dugout. Give Ruiz his second hit of the game. And we'll see if the Royals or if the Braves are going to make a pitching change here or not. Quick meeting on the mound is over. They're going to leave Trey Rex in the ball game. He has not retired anybody since coming on. The Royals have the bases loaded for Ty Frito, who hit into one of the 2 double plays. He'll take a fastball on the outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count. So the Royals hoping that Frito hits the ball hard as he did last time, but this time not at a middle infielder or an infielder period. See if they can't get on the board. The 0-1 off the plate. Count evens 1-1. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Braves. No runs, 3 hits, an error for the Royals. Royals a base hit from getting to within one here. The set, the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Chased one of those pitches on the outside part of the plate, borderline pitch. Might have been, might not have been, but he swung through it, so it's 1-2. The 1-2. Downstairs, count evens up 2-2. You got to believe that the Royals, though they've been good on the mound and defensively since the first, you got to think that they need to get some runs here, down 3 as we head toward the middle part of the game. The 2-2. Line toward left center field. Nobody's going to get to that one. It's going to plug the alley. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third, heading home. 2 runs are going to score. And the Royals are going to get ripped of a run because the Royals were going to easily score 3 runs on that play as Ruiz would have scored easily, but it's going to go as a ground rule double. So Ty Frito gets the Royals on the board and right back into it. A 2-run double. Scoring Rubendahl and Aviano. And that's going to do it for Trey Rex. Rex will come on and he'll face 4 hitters. Will retire none of them. He hit a batter, walked a batter, a base hit, and a double. And the Royals have runners on second and third now with nobody out. A chance to take the lead here, but they're going to have to do it off another pitcher as Rex will exit. He does not have any official innings pitched, so he will not have an ERA when the stats come out tomorrow. He's given up 2 runs. They're both earned. 2 walks. 2 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. He also threw a wild pitch. And right now could be the losing pitcher should the Braves give up these 2 runs here, but still a long way to go before that's decided. Looks like the Braves will bring on their first right-handed pitcher of the game. Zach Taylor from Kentucky Wesleyan College will be the new pitcher. And Rex's number is simple to add up as he only faced 4 hitters, so you'd have to go through a lot of people to figure out what he did. Zach Taylor, looking at their stats, has not been in a game yet, so making his first appearance for the Braves. Again, Taylor, a right-hander, comes about 3/4 from the side. He's going to face the bottom third of the Royals order as they have crawled back into the game. They now trail at 3-2, have the tying run at third, the lead run at second, with still more than half the game to go. Ty Frito hit what would have been a bases clearing double had it stayed in the ballpark, but 2 runs scored. It'll be Frito's third hit of the season. I'm sorry, just his second hit of the season. First double. He's now picked up 3 RBIs, and he is tied with Rubendahl for the RBI lead through 2.5 games. So the Royals a base hit away from taking the lead here. See if the Braves do still up a run with runners on second and third. Looks like they're going to play their middle infielders normal depth. They'll bring their corner guys in even with the bag, so something sharply hit to the corner guys, they'll probably come to the plate. Otherwise, they're going to concede the run and take the out. First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. A.J. Labracino walked his first time up, no official at bat, looking to pick up his third and fourth run RBI of the season. The 1-0. Misses inside, 2-0. So a couple Braves relievers come on here in the fourth and have had issues throwing strikes. When Rex started throwing strikes, the Royals hit him hard. The 2-0 will miss upstairs, 3-0. So Rex hit the first hitter he faced, walked the next hitter. Now Taylor in danger of walking the bases loaded here. The 3-0 will miss inside, and he walked him on 4 pitches. So the Royals pick up their third free pass of the inning. They'll have the bases loaded, still nobody out for Ryan Frontera. Frontera struck out his first time up, struck out looking. Looking for his first RBI as a Winchester Royal. And that's going to get away and go all the way to the backstop. And the Royals are going to tie the game on a wild pitch. And the throw gets away from the pitcher. Now they're going to take the lead on an error. And that throw gets away, but nicely backing it up this time. And it gets down the line. The Braves are turning this into an adventure. So the pitch gets away from Urbanic. Ruiz will score on the wild pitch. Urbanic threw it back to Taylor covering the plate. The throw got away. So Frito will score on the E2. And then AJ got around to third, and he almost came around as the throw back to try to get the second runner at third, or the second runner at home, got thrown away and all the way down the line. This one kicks away, and the Royals are going to get another run on another wild pitch. So the Royals had the bases loaded with nobody out, and Ryan Frontera at the plate. They have cleared the bases, and Frontera hasn't swung the bat yet. So the Royals have scored 5 times here in the inning, thanks to a lot of help from Stanton pitching. You can now close the book on Rex, and that's going to miss inside, and it's 3-0. So Taylor has come on, and he has not thrown a strike yet. He walked the first hitter he faced on 4 pitches. He's now 3-0 on Frontera. Throw a couple wild pitches in. There's a strike. Mix a couple wild pitches in there and an error. And the Royals have grabbed a 5-3 lead here in the inning. The 3-1 to Frontera. Tap foul at the plate. It's 3-2. So Rex gives up 4 runs. And I'm going to say they're all 4 earned, even though there was an error in there. He would have scored anyway on the next wild pitch. That's grounded sharply toward third under the glove. Pfeiffer into left field, so Frontera will get a base hit. So the Royals still have not recorded an out here in the inning. Royals have 5 hits, 5 runs. The only 2 runs that the Royals have driven in were by Fredo, and Bodie Poland's going to hit. Now still nobody out. He popped the first his first time up. First pitch to Poland. He drops down a bunt down the third base line. It's a beauty. And there is no chance of throwing Bodie Poland out on that one. So Poland drops a bunt down the third base line, and he beats it easily as Pfeiffer tried to come down the line and play do or die. And at that point, Pfeiffer's probably better off to try to let it roll and hope it rolled foul, but I don't think it was gonna. So back to the top of the order for the Royals, Jamie Padilla. Padilla singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And what was a 3-0 game after 3.5. The Royals have turned around, and they're going to bunt the runners into scoring position. Nice bunt by Padilla. He'll be thrown out by a nice play by Zach Taylor. Score that 1-3 sacrifice. Frontera will move to third, Poland to second. The Royals have 2 more runners in scoring position for Connor Guy, and the Royals have batted around here in the inning. Guy is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. He hit into a double play his last time up. A chance to add to a 5-3 Royals lead here. And as good as the Royals offense has been in this inning, a lot of the credit's got to go to the Braves pitching staff, who has issued 3 free passes, 2 wild pitches, and throw in a throwing error to get the Royals jump started here in the inning. The 1-0 to Guy downstairs. It's 2-0. There is no action in the Stanton bullpen. Taylor has gotten an out, but it was basically an out the Royals gave him on a sacrifice bunt. Otherwise, the Royals have sent 8 guys to the plate here, and they've all reached base besides the sacrifice. The 2-0, that'll miss inside 3-0, and that was nowhere near. And almost got away from Urbanik, but he was able to throw the glove on it and keep everybody else at bay for the time being. Taylor will take a step back, toss the rosin bag around a couple times, and now he's back up on the hump, ready to go. 3 balls and no strikes to the Royals right fielder, Connor Guy. The 3-0. That's upstairs, ball 4, and the Royals will draw another free pass, and they will load him up again. And they'll load him up for the middle of the Royals order. So if you're a Royals fan, certainly not a situation here you're upset about, and that's going to bring another visit from the Braves dugout. Maybe they have a right-hander ready to go. He's up throwing now, but I hadn't seen him warming up yet. We'll see if they stick with Taylor here, or if they bring in their 3rd pitcher of the inning. I think the right-hander in the bullpen just got up and started throwing, so I don't think he's ready to go yet. The base coach has got to come to the dugout to get rid of all the hardware that he's collected: batting gloves, knee pads, ankle braces, forearm pads. Back when I played, you didn't see any of that stuff. Now everybody wears a pad of some kind. And that is going to do it. They are going to yank Zach Taylor, so Taylor will exit the game. And we're going to see another new pitcher. I haven't even written Zach Taylor down on my score sheet yet. I had him on the defensive chart, but not. So let's check and see who Mr. number 16 is. Jacob Dilday from Kentucky Wesleyan College will come on to pitch for the Braves. He's 4th pitcher of the game, 3rd pitcher this inning. We'll see if Mr. Dilday has been in the game for the Braves so far this season, and he has not. So it'll be another Braves pitcher making his first appearance for the Braves. As of right now, Rex would get the loss for the Braves, but we got a long way to go before that's decided. Dilday, another right-handed pitcher. So I'll double check with the official scoring to see how many earned runs they gave Rex. I gave all 4 of them, but we'll see if that. Taylor gives up, well, we can't give him because he's gave up 1 run, but the 4 guys on base are all his responsibility. So the Royals have batted around. Rubendahl started this all off by being hit by a pitch came around to score the Royals' first run. Six hits, so Taylor gave up 2 hits. Taylor walked 1, 2. Did not strike out anybody. Did not hit anybody through 2 wild pitches. And of course, the bases loaded are all his responsibility. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So Nick Rubendahl, who's been hit by a pitch twice today, has scored a run. Looking for his first hit, and it comes now. He's going to drive in some runs. The 1-0. Tap foul off the foot back to the play or back to the mound. And that came off his foot with some authority because it got to Dilday quickly, but immediately called foul off of his foot. So Jacob Dilday, the new pitcher for the Braves, the 1-1. That's in there for a strike, 1 and 2. Braves led it 3-0 coming into this inning, but it's all kind of falling apart on them here in the fourth. The 1-2. That'll miss down and away, 2 and 2. Tried to get him to chase a slider down and away. Good pitch. But Rubendahl able to lay off of it. Check of the runners, the 2-2. Slider, that just missed. I thought the umpire was going to come out of the chute and throw the hand up. But he came up and said nothing, so the count runs full, and there's no place to put him. Rubendahl the chance to put a big number on the scoreboard here. The 3-2 fouled into the screen. We'll do it again. Royals have already scored 5 times in the inning, which makes it the second highest scoring inning of the year for the Royals. Their 6-run 8th to close out the game Saturday leads it, but that's still time to change that right now. The 3-2. Downstairs, ball 4. And the third consecutive Braves pitcher to come into the game to issue a free pass to the first hitter he faced. And this one will drive in a run. So Rubendahl hasn't swung the bat yet, and he's got an RBI. Frontera scores. Poland goes to third. Guy goes to second. And the Royals still have him loaded with 1 out. That ball's hit toward right field, going back onto his Beard. Beard will settle under it and make the catch. Scoring from third easily is Bodie Poland. Moving up to third will be Connor Guy. So give Avignano a sacrifice fly RBI, his first RBI of the game, to go with a walk and a run. And Poland will score. And Ruiz, who is 2 for 2, will hit. He singled and scored back earlier in this inning. He also singled in the second, was on the front part of a double play. And he'll hammer this one toward right center field. On his horse, he's not going to get there. One more run's going to score. Rounding third and heading home. And the Royals have blown this thing open with a big inning here in the fourth. Justin Ruiz is just tattooing the baseball here tonight as he sent a shot to right center field. Beard and McGovern converged on it, but nobody able to get to it. It'll clear the bases. Give Ruiz a double, his third hit of the game. Give him 2 RBIs. Guy scores. Poland scores. And Rubendahl scores. Actually, I think Poland scored on the sacrifice fly. I hadn't even colored that in yet. But it is now 9-3. The Royals with a big 9-run inning here in the fourth. This pitch downstairs for a ball. It's now 2-0 to Ty Frito. Frito doubled in 2 runs his last time up, which was earlier in this inning. Doubled and scored. He's also hit into a double play. The Royals came in with 2 hits in the game. They now have 5 hits this inning. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike. They've scored 9 runs on 5 hits. That will drive any pitching coach in the world crazy. The 2-1 to Frito. That ball hammered toward deep center field. McGovern back on it. He is going to settle and make the catch. About 2 steps shy of the warning track. If Frito pulls that a bit, he's got himself at least another double. But the Royals do some damage here in the 4th. They score 9 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 Stanton error, and the Royals will leave 1 on base. Your new score after 4 complete: Winchester 9, Stanton 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Chopper down the third base line is not going to be in time as the Royals have gone to the bullpen here. Connor Chansey on them pitch for the Royals. Chansey from West Liberty University takes over for the Royal starter. Riley Morgan cannot get the win here as he does not go the 5 innings needed. Give Jackson Ingram an infield base hit as the Stanton Braves a little shell-shocked here. They saw their 3-run lead not only disappear but turn into a 6-run deficit as they hit here in the top of the 5th. Wyatt Pfeiffer, the hitter, he has doubled, driven in a run scored, and also been hit by a pitch. First pitch missed outside for a ball. The 1-0 slider in there for a strike, 1-1. So Morgan goes 4 innings. He allows 3 runs. They're all, we'll check to see if they're all earned. They may not be. The 1-1 misses outside. The 2-1 to Pfeiffer, and that's downstairs for a ball 3-1. And we saw in the bottom half of the fourth, the Braves get into trouble by issuing free passes. Certainly with a 6-run lead, you don't want to start doing that here. The 3-1 to Pfeiffer. He'll foul tip it at the plate. Count runs full, 3-2. Morgan walks 3. He hit 1. And we got a timeout. It looks like that hit might have hit the catcher, and they're checking on Ruiz to make sure he's okay. The foul ball off the plate. He's talking to the umpire now, so looks like everybody's okay and ready to go now. Full count to Pfeiffer as the Braves try to recover from a 9-run inning and get something going here in the 5th. The 3-2. That'll miss outside, ball 4. So like the Braves in the 4th, the Royals issue a free pass here in the 5th, and the Braves have their first 2 guys on in the inning. Stanton Braves tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5 innings have put their leadoff hitter on base. And for the second inning in a row, they've got their first 2 guys on base. For Wyatt Campbell, 1 for 2. He's single, driven in a run and scored, and he'll foul this one down the first base side. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 from Chansey. Slider almost down and away. Count evens 1-1. The 1-1 grounded toward short. Up with it. Frito onto first for a double play. So the Royals get their first double play of the game. Frito fielded it, tagged the bag to retire Pfeiffer, and then throws on to get Campbell at first. So Ingram will move to third. Pfeiffer's out 6 unassisted, and Campbell will be retired 6-3 for their first double play of the game. And now runner at third with 2 outs for Aaron Jamison. Jamison is 0 for 2. He's flown to center and popped to third. And what started out as a bad inning for the Royals could turn into a scoreless inning if Chansey can get Jamison here. First pitch a strike. Chansey comes set. He'll look at the runner at third, the 0-1. Swung on and missed, nothing in 2. So a nice job of rebounding after the base hit and the walk to start the inning, and Chansey a chance here to get out of it with no damage done. Has his sign. Checks the runner, the 0-2. Just misses downstairs, 1-2. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Royals lead it 9-3. A big 9-run 4th inning to get the Royals in front here. The 1-2. That'll miss outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chansey peers in for his sign, has one he likes. He'll come set. Checks the runner at third, the 2-2. Check swing, he didn't go. Down and in, 3-2 the count. Good hard breaking ball from Chansey there, but Jamison laid off of it to run the count full. Payoff pitch. Misses outside, ball four. It'll be the second walk issued by Chansey since he came in to start this inning. And the Braves will have him on the corners now with 2 outs. Beard has not recorded an at-bat here this afternoon as he has walked twice and stolen a base. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1 on Drew Beard. Ingram at third, Jamison at first, 2 outs for the Braves as they try to get a little bit closer here in the fifth. The 0-1 will miss inside. 1-1 the count. Crowded toward third. Up with it is Frontera. He will throw on to second to retire the side. So Beard will ground out to end the inning. Chansey gets into a little bit of trouble, but able to work around it. Jamison retired 5-4 to end the inning for the Braves. No runs. They had 1 hit. There were no errors, and they leave 1 runner on base. Your score after 4.5. We're halfway home. It's Winchester 9, Stanton 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Day back to the mound for the Braves as we head to the bottom of the fifth. 0-1 the count on the Royals' second baseman, and he'll ground it right back up the middle. It's going to be knocked down by Day. He'll track it down and throw AJ out at first. So AJ made a bid for a base hit, but Day able to track it down and retire the Royals' second baseman for the first out here in the inning. And that'll bring up Ryan Frontera. Frontera struck out in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. And the Royals, outside the top 2 guys in the lineup, everybody scored in the fourth inning. Padilla dropped down a sacrifice bunt, and Connor Guy was on base, but he didn't score. Everybody else scored at least 1 run in the fourth. First pitch fouled off, 0-1 the count on Frontera. The 0-1, it's in there for a strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. That's grinded right back up the middle, and there's another 0-2 pitch that gets smacked into center field for a base hit, and that'll drive a pitching coach crazy. Speaking as a former pitching coach. A 1-out 0-2 base hit. Frontera, his second hit of the game. That'll bring up Bodie Poland, who dropped down a perfect bunt down the third base line his last time up for a base hit. 8th hit of the game for the Royals. They got 9 runs on 8 hits. They were gifted several free passes, wild pitches, and errors in the 4th inning to help them get the 9 runs. The first pitch to Poland off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Didn't mean to. He fouled it off. Pitch came high and tight on him. He tried to get out of the way, but on the check swing, he fouled into the screen to even the count, 1-1. Again, the Royals through 2 games, just 4 stolen bases, so not a big base stealing team at this point. The 1-1. It's downstairs for a ball, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. 9-3 in the 5th. The 2-1 downstairs for a ball, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to the Royals. Number 9 hitter, Bodie Poland. As the Royals trying to get something going here in the 5th. That ball's lifted toward left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. A nice effort by McGovern. McGovern made a diving effort at it, but came up empty. And Price couldn't decide if he was going to try to make the catch or if McGovern was, so he was a little late backing it up. And it's going to go as a 1-out double for Bodie Poland. His second hit of the game. Frontera is going to come all the way around to third, and the Royals have runners on second and third with 1 out for the top of the order. Jamie Padilla, 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. That's going to be lined into left field for a base hit. Frontera is going to score. They're going to hold Poland up at the third. The Braves get it back in, and plenty of time. Price up with it nicely, but it'll be an RBI single for Jamie Padilla. So Frontera scores to make it 10-3. Poland moves to third, and the Royals have him on the corners now with 1 out for Connor Guy. Guy is 0 for 2 with a walk. You know, he'd like to see that change real quick. Fastball misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 lifted towards center field. McGovern on his horse will track it down in left center field for the second out of the inning, but Poland's going to easily score to make it 11-3. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1 to Nick Rubendahl. Fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0, or 1-1 rather. The 1-1 to Rubendahl. Swung on and missed, chased one down out of the zone. 1-2 the count. So the Royals have added 2 more runs here in the inning. An RBI single by Padilla, an RBI sacrifice fly by Connor Guy. Fisted toward right field. It's going to bounce into the glove of the second baseman, Hartley Rahman. And let me tell you what, he went a long way to get that ball, which was right behind first base, and was able to throw out Rubendale on what looked like it was going to be an easy base hit. So give Hartley Rahman credit as he retires the Royals here. But for Winchester in the fifth, 2 more runs on 3 hits. There were no Stanton errors, and the Royals will leave 1 more on base. Your score after 5 complete, it's Winchester 11, Stanton 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the 6th. Royals lead it 11-3. A game they trailed 3-0 for the first third of the game. All of a sudden, looks like if they get a few runs in the bottom of the 6th, could be called after 7 innings. Connor Chansey back to the mound for the Royals. He will face the bottom third of the order for Stanton, Price, Rahman, and McGovern. Price is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. He's also walked. Connor Chansey gave up some base runners in the 5th, but was able to work around it with a double play and a ground ball to avoid any damage. First pitch fouled out of play, 0-1. Front Royal continues to lead Newmarket. That's 2-1 in the 6th. Strasburg is just burying Purcellville 9-0. That's in the 6th. Waynesboro 4, Charlottesville 3. They're in the 6th. Off the plate for ball 1-0. Woodstock leads Culpeper 4-2. And Harrisonburg all over Covington 10-3. That's also in the 6th, as is the Woodstock Culpeper game. Ball lifted toward left field, going back on it is Frito, and it's going to drop over his head for a base hit. So Price will get jammed, but he'll drop it into left field for a base hit, left center field. And that'll go as the 6th hit of the game for the Braves. First hit to come from somebody outside the top 4 of their batting order. And I'll bring up Rathman. And Rathman 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And how many times do you see it? Somebody makes a great play to end the inning. He hits in the next half inning. First pitch to Rathman in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. He went too far on the check swing. He tried to hold up, but could not. 0-2 the count. Matt McGovern waits on deck. He is 0 for 2. And then back to the top of the order for the Braves. The 0-2. Downstairs for a ball, 1-2. This all fell apart on Stanton when they went to the bullpen. Peyton Jackson shut the Royals out on 2 hits through 3 innings. But then the next 3 guys, the Royals batted around the outfield a few times for 11 runs. The 1-2 check swing. Did he go? Are they going to ask? They are going to ask, and they're going to say yes, he swung. So Rathman will strike out for the 3rd time tonight on a check swing, but the first base umpire rung him up. That'll be the first out of the inning. Bring up Matt McGovern again, 0 for 2. Urbanek waits on deck. He has 2 of the Braves' 6 hits. Throw to first back in time is Price. First pitch to McGovern. Fouled off to the backstop. 0-1. McGovern's made some nice plays in center field, tracking things down. 0-1 the count on Matt McGovern with 1 out. Slider down and away will miss outside. Count evens up 1-1. The 1-1. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Royals lead it 11-3. They have scored 11 unanswered runs. The 1-2. Swung on to miss. McGovern down on strike. So after giving up the base hit to Price, he has struck out the next 2 here in the inning. And you got remember, this Stanton team through 5 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits. This team has scored 18 runs the last 2 games, averaging over 10 runs a game. So the Royals are doing something that other teams have been unable to do. First pitch to Urbanic. Urbanic 2 for 3. Singled and scored in the first, singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. The next 4 hitters have 5 of the 6 hits for Stanton. First, the 1-0. Grounded right back up the middle and just under the glove of Chansey. Chansey is the only one that had a chance to get that. If he gets the glove on it, the inning's over, but it goes under his glove over the bag at second for a base hit. And Urbanic has his 3rd hit of the game. And that might be the end of the line for Connor Chansey, as the Royals are going to make a trip to the mound. And that indeed will be the end of the line for Connor Chansey. He'll go an inning and 2/3. He gives up 3 hits. Yes, he gives up 3 hits. He walked 2, struck out 2, both this inning. He has not given up a run yet, but the 2 guys on base are his responsibility. And the Royals' new pitcher comes sprinting in from the bullpen. See if 24. See what the magic sheet here tells us about Mr. 24. Well, I had it on the right side first time I turned it over. Right-hander from Shorter University, Divine Valley, will be the new Royals pitcher. We're going to assume that Mr. Valley has not pitched for the Royals this season, but we will check and confirm that. Looking down the stat sheet, he indeed is making his first appearance for the Winchester Royals. Divine Valley comes on with 2 outs here in the 6th, trying to slam the door on a minor Braves rally here and keep the Royals up by 8. This can be one of those games that at the end of the game, it's really interesting to try to figure out who's going to get the win, with the starter not going 5 innings and the first guy only going an inning and 2/3. Valley finishing up his warm-up tosses. He will face Jackson Ingram. Ingram, the number 2 hitter in the Braves lineup, 1 for 3 on the game. Struck out, flew out, and is singled in the 5th. Was stranded at 3rd. Valley trying to keep the Braves off the board here in the 6th. The wind, the first pitch, in there for a strike. Nice pitch from Valley to get started. Valley's 0-1. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2. Strike three called. Ingram did not like that one at all. He has a couple things to say to the umpire about it being outside, but Valley comes in, throws three pitches to retire the side for the Braves here in the sixth. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Your score after 5.5, Winchester 11, Stanton 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Four, five, six to hit for the Royals here in the sixth. Avogano, Ruiz, and Frito. Back to the mound for the Braves, Jacob Dilday. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Avogano is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, walked and scored his first at bat in the fourth. Second at bat in the fourth, a sacrifice fly to drive in a run. So he's 0 for 1 with a run and an RBI. He takes a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. A 1-1 misses outside, and somewhere Jackson Ingram is saying, wait a second, that's the same pitch you just rung me up on. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. We're in the bottom half of the sixth. The Royals lead it 11-3, and that one misses high and away. And somewhere it's probably at shortstop since that's where he's playing. The 3-1 to Avogado, fouled into the screen. Count runs full, 3-2. That ball was at the top of the strike zone, may not have been a strike. Three-two pitch to Avogado. Out the plate for a ball. Ball 4, and Avogado will draw the walk. Avogado leads it off with the walk here. They'll bring up Ruiz, who is as hot as any Royals hitter. 3 hits tonight. Last time he blasted a double. This one chopped to third. Throw to second is going to be in time for 1, and they're going to say a double play. It was bang bang at first, but Ruiz does not complain about the call. So that'll go 5-4-3. It'll be the third double play of the game for the Braves. Before we got a chance to tell you what Ruiz had done, he's 3 for 3 with a run scored and 2 RBIs, but he is now out number 1 and 2 here in the sixth for Ty Frito. Frito 1 for 3, a double and a run scored in the fourth. And there for a strike, 0-1. Frito's double in the fourth drove in 2 runs, so he's scored 1 and driven in 2. The 0-1. Another chopper toward third. Up with it is Pfeiffer. He will throw to first. Low throw. Worm burner, they call him, but it'll skip twice into the glove of Campbell, and they will retire Frito 5-3 to end the inning. So the Royals get a walk to start off the inning, but a double play and a ground ball. And the Royals are done here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Your score after 6 complete, Winchester 11, Stanton 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the 7th. Royals lead at 11-3. First pitch swinging is Wyatt Pfeiffer, and that's going to plug the alley and run all the way to the fence, and it's going to hop over the fence. So another ground rule double here tonight. This one by Wyatt Palmer. His second double of the game. This one leads off the 7th. It'll be the 8th hit of the game for the Braves. Palmer, or Pfeiffer rather's second hit. He is 2 for 2. Run scored, a double, RBI. He's also been hit and walked to go with his 2 doubles. And I'll bring up White Campbell. Campbell 1 for 3. RBI single in the first. He also scored a run. Divine Val back to the mound for the Royals, and he's going to ask Ruiz to come out and have a chat with the runner at second base. They want to make sure they got their sign straight with the runner at second. The Braves head to the last third of the game down by 8. So you got to believe they'd like to start chipping away here. See if they can't scratch across a few runs and get back into this thing. Royals 11 runs, 10 hits in air. The Braves 3 runs, 8 hits in air. The first pitch from Val is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Divine Valley came on in relief last inning, struck out the only hitter he faced. He's now trying to keep the Braves off the board here in the 7th, as that one will miss downstairs, 2-0. Front Royal continues to lead Newmarket 2-1. Strasburg 9-8 over Purcellville. It's now 4-4 between the Generals and Tom Sox in Waynesboro. That's in the 7th. 5-2, Woodstock leads Culpeper. The 2-0 from Valley. It's in there for a strike, 2-1. Harrisonburg 10-4 over Covington. And again, 11-3 here between the Royals and the Braves with Winchester on top. The 2-1 fouled into the screen. Count evens up 2-2. Aaron Jamison waits on deck. He is 0 for 2. After Campbell, the hitter at the plate now, the Braves, 5 through 9 hitters have a combined 1 hit. Of their 8 hits, 7 of them have come from the first 4 guys in the lineup, with 2 each coming from Pfeiffer and Urbanek. Lifted down the right field line toward the bullpen of the Braves. It's going to be out of range for Guy. He made an effort to get there, but just out of his range. And it'll one-hop the fence right in front of the Stanton bullpen. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Royals on the road the next 2 nights. They're at Newmarket tomorrow night, at Waynesboro Thursday night. Tomorrow night's game starts at 7:30. You Braves fans, I'm sure there's more than one, you return home to take on the Covington Lumberjacks tomorrow night again. A 7:30 start down at John Moxie. The 2-2. Strike 3 called, and that one, I'll be honest with you, looked like that was outside. Campbell did not like that call at all, and it did look to be a bit off the plate. But it'll be second strikeout for Valley, both looking. That'll bring up Aaron Jamison. Jamison flew to center, popped to third, and has walked 0 for 2. That fastball's in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. That's outside for a ball, 1-1. I think the only difference between that pitch and the pitch he just rung up Campbell on was Campbell's a right-handed hitter and Jamison's left-handed. The 1-1 swung on and missed. He pulled the string, and Jamison way out in front. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the top of the 7th. Stanton trying to get a little bit closer here. The 1-2 swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him, and after the leadoff double, Valley has struck out the next 2. They'll bring up Drew Beard. Beard is 0 for 1. He walked, stole a base, and reached on a fielder's choice, but that closed out the 5th inning, so he didn't stay there long. And he will hit with the runner at second and 2 outs now in the Braves' top half of the 5th. I'm sorry, the 7th. I don't know where I got the 5th from. Fastball downstairs, ball 1, 1-0. Grounded towards short. Frito will field, and he can't handle it, and it'll go as an error. He took a funny hop on him to get to his glove, and then he couldn't handle it in the glove and bobbled it a little bit. And by the time he grabbed control of it, everybody was safe, so it'll go as a second error on the Royals. Pfeiffer will move to third, and the Braves will have him on the corners with 2 outs for Ryan Price. Price 1 for 2, a strikeout, a walk, and a base hit. Throw to first, and they had Beard leading the wrong way, but he's able to dive back in safely. Valley comes set, the first pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Royals look to stay undefeated here at Bridgeport this season. Just the second time they've been here. We'll be back on Friday for the rivalry game between the Front Royal Cardinals. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and Beard is going to take off for second, and he'll steal it easily. That could very well go down as catcher's indifference, which basically means I don't care where you go. You can do that if you want. 0-2 the count, 2 outs, runners on second and third now. Grounded sharply down the line. It's going to be a fair ball. Another 0-2 pitch that gets rocketed, this time from a Royals pitcher. And Price is going to have a two-base hit to drive in two on an 0-2 pitch that he ripped down the third base line. That ball was by Frontera before he knew what was going on, and it'll be the second hit for the Braves from outside the top four, and both of them have been by Ryan Price. So give Price a double and 2 RBIs. The Braves get a little bit closer here, and those will both be unearned runs as they scored after the air. Swung on and missed, nothing in one to Rathman. Rathman having a tough day at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. The 0-1. It's in there for a strike, nothing in two, and Rathman a pitch away from his 4th strikeout of the game, and you know that he didn't want that to happen. The 8-9 hitters for the Braves have struck out 5 of the 6 times they've been at the plate. The 0-2 slider misses down and away. Rathman able to lay off of it. Check of the runner, the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go too far? They're going to say, yes, he did. So Rahman will strike out for the 4th time tonight. The Braves will get a couple unearned runs, 2 runs on 1-2 hits, both doubles, an error on the Royals, and they will leave 1 on base. Your score after 6.5 is now Winchester 11, Stanton 5. You're listening to the Winchester Royals Valley Baseball League action. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Braves will make a defensive change. I'll get you that here in a minute. Is Labruciano will lead it off for the Royals. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. First pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Jacob Dilday still on the mound for the Braves. Now playing third base for Stanton. Oh, that's the wrong. I said they got a guy named Nick Rubidal too. That ball hammered toward left field. It's got a chance, but it's going to be a foul ball. Foul ball. AJ gave it a ride. It's out of the ballpark, but on the wrong side of the foul pole. Zach Piskowski is now playing third for the Braves from Radford University. He takes over for White. Pfeiffer just doubled and scored. So he just came in to play defense. Okay, the 1-2. Check swing downstairs. We're going to ask for help, and he did not go. So Pfeiffer out of the game. He doubled and scored last inning. He did not come out for the pinch runner, so we'll assume the new guy went in to play third this half inning. The 2-2. Grounded to Zach. Zach up with it. He will fire across the diamond. High throw, but Campbell able to stretch and make the play at first for out number one. I bring up Frontana. Frontana 2 for 3. Struck out. He singled twice and scored twice. First pitch to Ryan. Slider will catch the outside corner. 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed. 0-2. Good breaking ball there. Frontera swung through it. One out, bottom of the 7th. Royals could figure out a way to score 4 runs here. The game would be over. The 0-2 misses down and away. 1-2. Both these teams have won a game by the Valley League run rule. The Royals only win a 14-4 win over Newmarket here. And Stanton beat somebody 10-0. I don't remember who they played, but they won 10-0 on Saturday before beating up on Strasburg on Sunday. That foul toward the Stanton bullpen. Count will stay 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. Royals holding on to an 11-5 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 downstairs for a ball. Knocked down by Urbanic, but with nobody on base, nothing happening. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 swung on and missed. He threw a fastball by him. 2 outs here in the Royals 7th. Buddy Pullen, the hitter, he's 2 for 3. He's popped to first, singled and scored, doubled and scored. One of 4 Royals hitters with at least 2 hits here tonight. Frontera, Pullen, and Padilla have 2, and Ruiz with 3 swung on and missed. 0-1 the count on the Royals left fielder, Bodie Pullen. They've got themselves a game in Harrisonburg now. Covington has come back. It's now 10-8 in the 7th. I'm sorry, correct. 10-8 in the 7th. That pitch is missed downstairs. Count evens 1-1. Popped up towards second base. Going back on it is Rallman. Coming in are the outfielders, and Hartley will make the catch in shallow right center field to end the inning. So for the first time tonight, the Royals go in order. Technically, I guess they went in order in the 3rd on a double play. But this was a conventional 1, 2, 3 and out. Nothing doing for the Royals. Your score after 7 complete. Winchester 11, Stanton 5. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. Welcome back to Bridgeforth. We go to the eighth. Royals lead it 11-5. Mark Sawyer on the call tonight for your Winchester Royal Stanton Braves game. Strasburg is somewhere else tonight. Strasburg is at home beating up on Purcellville. Divine Val back to the mound for the Royals for his second full inning of work. He came on in relief in the sixth. He'll face 9-1-2 for Stanton here in the eighth. McGovern, Urbanic, and Ingram. Matt McGovern 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to short as he tries to get the Braves going here in the eighth, down by 6. Slider down and away, misses 1-0. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Ball a strike, nobody out. We're in the eighth. Alley trying to keep the Braves at bay. The 1-1, that's going to miss inside 2-1. Fouled out of play. Count holds 2-2. The 2-2 just misses. Home plate umpire says that's off the plate, but it has been called a strike tonight. It is off the plate, but it has been called a strike tonight. The 3-2. That'll miss inside and go all the way to the backstop. So McGovern will be a leadoff base runner for the Braves here in the eighth as he draws the walk. And that'll take us back to the top of the order. Michael Urbanic, who's been a thorn in the Royals' side all night long. He is 3 for 4. Singled, stole and stole a base in the first. Came around to score the first run of the game. He's also singled in the second, singled in the sixth. Struck out in the fourth. He hits with nobody out and a runner at first. This one hammered towards center field. Going back on it is Padilla, and Padilla will track it down. A nice job by Jamie Padilla to go back and make the catch there. That ball was scorched. It's another one of those that if he pulls it or pushes it to one of the alleys, he's going to run for days. But right over the head of Padilla gave him the opportunity to head back and track it down for the first out of the inning. Jackson Ingram, 1 for 3, singled to lead off the fifth. Throw to first back in time is McGovern. McGovern, good speed at first, but the Braves are down 6 here in the eighth. Slider misses down and away, 1-0. Again, the Braves team came into the game with 11 stolen bases. They've stolen at least 2 or 3 here tonight. But fastball on there for a strike, 1-1. They have not been in a situation where they've been down 6 runs late in the game. So probably not a real big stolen base opportunity for them here. The 1-1. Grounded towards short. Going to be cut off by Frontera. Throw to first. Nice play by Ryan Frontera. And the throw back behind the runner at second. Nice job by Avagano to try to get McGovern snoozing. Frontera played the short hop. Fired on to first to retire a good speed Jackson Ingram for the second out of the inning. McGovern moves to second, and he'll be there now. We have Pasukjak will be the hitter now. He is not pinch hitting. He came in to play third last inning, and I wonder if the Braves and their faithful wish they hadn't made that move now with Pfeiffer 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles and an RBI, but we don't know why he was taken out. Might have been something for an issue where he couldn't continue. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good slider to even the count, 1-1. The 1-1. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Royals this weekend home against Front Royal, on the road at Strasburg on Saturday, and then home again here on Sunday when they take on the Charlottesville Tom Sox. The 1-2 downstairs for a ball, 2-2. So we're seeing a lot of the Southern Division here in the first week as the Royals will face Stanton and Charlottesville before the third week of the season. Fisted towards second base, dropped at second, but up with it to throw on to first, and he threw it away. He still had time to throw the runner out at first. He dropped the line drive and then rushed his throw to try to get the runner at first, and he still had some time, but he overthrew first base, so the runner is going to score to make it 11-7. There will be no RBI on that. And on the air to extend the inning, that'll be the end of the night for Divine Valley. He will officially give up 3 runs with a runner at second base. Any run he gives up at this point is going to be unearned. All 3 runs he gave up last inning, the 2 runs he gave up last inning were both unearned, and an unearned run here. See who the new pitcher is for the Royals. Trent Judd from Lynchburg College will be the new pitcher. So Valley goes 2 complete innings. So got 2 outs here in this inning. He gives up two hits. He walked 1, struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, struck out 4, and is responsible for the runner on first right now. And I think they've decided that should the Royals hold on to this lead, Connor Chansey will be the winning pitcher. Let's double check and make sure Trent Judd has not pitched for the Royals yet this season. Trent Judd has pitched for the Royals. He is making his second appearance. Both in relief, he has pitched an inning, allowed a hit, no runs, and that is pretty much it. He's allowed 1 hit in 1 inning and not anything else. First pitch swinging, grounded to first. Avagano will field it, and he'll run over and tag the bag. So Judd comes on, throws 1 pitch. Campbell will ground out to first, and that'll be the end of the inning for the Braves. But they inch a little bit closer. A run on no hits, 1 Royals error, and 1 left on base. Your score after 7.5 is now Winchester 11, Stanton 6. I think I said they were within 7 earlier, but they're only within 6 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Royals lead at 11-6. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action. Braves will go to the bullpen once again to start the 8th inning. On to pitch now Caden Trader. Trader from Longwood University, making his first appearance for the Braves this season. Will face the top of the Royals order, Padilla, Gray, and Rubendahl. Padilla 2 for 3 with an RBI. Leads off the Royals' 8th inning. And before we get going, Urbanic's going to go out and have a chat with Trader to make sure they're on the same page with the signs. It doesn't matter. First pitch to Padilla off the plate for a ball, and the 1-0 upstairs for a ball. 2-0 to the Royals center fielder, Jamie Padilla. The 2-0. That'll be upstairs for a ball. 3-0. So your pitchers of record as of right now, Connor Chansey for the Royals and Trey Rex for the Braves. 3-0 in there for a strike. 3-1. Padilla, Guy, Rubendahl to hit here, or Rubendahl to hit for the Royals in the 8th, looking to add to a 11-6 lead. Popped out of play, foul. We'll see a 3-2 pitch now. It was about this point Saturday night that the Royals exploded for 6 runs to put the run rule on Newmarket. Swung on and missed, and Padilla down on strikes for out number 1. They led it 8-4 going into the bottom of the 8th inning and scored 6 times to end the game. Tonight it would take 5 runs for that to happen, but Padilla down on strikes to start the inning. Connor Guy looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed. He had a home run hack, came up empty, 0-2. Again, the Royals the next several nights. Tomorrow night at Newmarket, 7:30, at Waynesboro on Thursday. Back home Friday to take on the Front Royal Cardinals before finishing out the week at Strasburg on Saturday. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Good hard breaking ball there, and Trader has struck out the first 2 hitters here in the 8th. Rubendahl's been at the plate all night long. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit twice, walked once, scored twice, and driven in a run with a bases loaded walk. Hits here with 2 outs in the 8th. First pitch fouled into the screen, 0-1. Nobody has come to me tonight to tell me how my beloved Reds are doing, but we'll assume it's probably not good. The 0-1 to the Royals designated hitter. Slider off the plate for a ball. Count evens up 1-1. Ball and a strike. Had to go all the way to the backstop, 2-1. Hey, how about that? The Reds won a baseball game. Better yet, they beat the Brewers, which never happens. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Rubendal back down on strike. So Caden Trader comes on in the eighth, and he strikes out the Royals in order in the eighth. For the Royals, nothing doing in the eighth. We go to the ninth. Last chance for the Braves. It's Winchester 11, Stanton 6. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action. We go to the ninth. Royals lead it 11-6. 5-6-7 hit for the Braves here in the eighth. Aaron Jamison, first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Facing Trent Judd. Judd trying to close it out for the Royals here. Not a safe situation, but regardless, would like to get three guys out and start thinking about the Newmarket Rebels tomorrow night. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 grounded toward second base, cut off by Avagano, and he will flip to Judd covering for the first out of the inning. 3-1 if you're scoring at home. I bring up Drew Beard. Beard 0 for 2 on the night. Fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Beard trying to get the Braves going here in the ninth. They need him and a plus a couple more. Swung on and missed. Good hard fastball from Judd. Popped it up over near foul territory is Avagano, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Braves down to their last out. It'll be Ryan Price. Price is 2 for 3. Struck out in the first, walked, singled, RBI, 2 RBI double in the 7th. First pitch off the plate for ball, 1-0. The 1-0 from Judd will miss downstairs, 2-0. 11 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for the Royals, 6-9-1 for the Braves. Stanton jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the first, and it stayed that way until the Royals exploded for 9 in the bottom of the fourth. Added on 2 in the seventh. I'm sorry, 2 in the fifth. Slider in there for a strike. 2-1. The Braves closed a little closer with 2 in the seventh, 1 in the eighth. And now trying to rally for their fourth win of the season. The 2-1 grounded towards second. AJ with it. He will flip to second, and that'll do it. The Braves go in order here in the ninth. The Winchester Royals will knock off the Stanton Braves. The Braves, who came into this game scoring 28 runs in their last 2 games. They battled back, scoring 6 here tonight, but the Royals ride a 9-run inning to an 11-6 victory. The Royals improved to 2-1. The Braves will drop to 3-1. For the Royals, 11 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. Stanton, 6 runs, 9 hits. They commit 1 error. Winning pitcher Connor Chansey will be 1-0 on the season. The losing pitcher will be Trey Rex. Rex will drop to 0-1. Chansey only goes an inning and 2/3, gives up no runs. He allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, struck out 2 to pick up his first win of the season. For the Stanton Braves, Michael Urbanek with 3 hits, Wyatt Pfeiffer with 2 hits, and Ryan Price 2 hits. That is 7 of their 9. Price drives in 2, Pfeiffer 1, and Wyatt Campbell drives in 1, with Pfeiffer scoring twice for the Braves. For the Winchester Royals, 4 guys with 2 or more hits. Jamie Padilla has 2, Justin Ruiz with 3. The 8-9 hitters in the Royals lineup, Ryan Frontera and Bodie Pullen, 2 each. Pullen and Frontera score twice. Ruiz and Ty Fredo drive in 2, and the Royals pick up their second win of the season, an 11-6 victory over the Stanton Braves. Royals on the road tomorrow night to take on the Newmarket Rebels in Newmarket. Game time 7:30. Our friends in Newmarket will have the call for you down there, and Stanton will return home to take on the Covington Lumberjacks tomorrow night. And Stanton, your people down south, will take care of you for the call of that ball game. Royals right back here Friday night to take on the Front Royal Cardinals, a game that many people will call a big rivalry, and that's usually a whole lot more for the fans and the people that live in Winchester and Front Royal, not necessarily for the players, but by the end of the season, it'll be a rivalry. Again, the Royals win this one 11-6. That'll do it from Bridgeport Field. Mark Sawyer saying good night. Don't forget, before you go to bed, call your parents, tell them you love them, and we will talk to you Friday night. Good night from Bridgeport.